handful of bills aimed at reducing Louisiana's auto insurance rates are moving ahead in the legislature. In my series, Driving into Debt, I've looked at causes and potential solutions to the crisis. I sat down with Louisiana Insurance Commissioner Tim Temple for a progress report. We are nearly a month into the 2025 legislative session, and insurance reform is a very big topic on the agenda. Joining us here in studio is Louisiana Insurance Commissioner Tim Temple to give us a progress report on insurance reform currently. So thank you for coming. And first of all, we'll start with what the headlines are saying right now. It's all over the news that Governor Jeff Landry is pushing legislation that will give you more power to reject insurance rates, regardless of what the data says. Where do you stand on this?
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to be here and talk about progress and insurance reform. But, with regards to that first question, I think it's extremely clear, I've been very clear, that I already have the authority to deny excessive rates when they aren't actuarially justified. And I've used that exercise almost, I think, 21 times since I've been commissioner. Told insurance companies that no, their rates were excessive and that they had to either go back, redo their math, or withdraw the filing. So this argument that I don't have this power, it's exactly what the governor said in his own words on various radio programs. This is a blame Tim Temple bill. This is to, as he said, that way if the rates don't go down, we can blame him. There's no other way around it. It's been stated. And so this has really become a proxy of the fight between the insurance companies and the trial attorneys, plaintiff attorneys. It's nothing more than that. We need to focus on reform, making Louisiana a competitive place to do business, lowering excessive and unfair claims, which lowers loss costs, which will lower premiums.
Are you concerned that the debate and focus on giving you more power is hindering passing meaningful insurance reform legislation?
I think it does, because if legislators buy into that argument, then they don't have to pass any reform. They can simply say, we've given the commissioner power to lower your rates if you don't like them, and it's his fault. Since I became commissioner, I was saying that I thought we need to have a special session on insurance because it is complex. There's a lot of special interest, as we're finding out, all around this topic of insurance, as far as who's offering it and who's receiving proceeds from that. We need to have a special session to truly give the legislators the ability to have the conversations, have the hearings, have the floor discussions, and bring about meaningful solutions. But with regards to auto, we have got to have a serious conversation on why we're paying the highest rates in the country.
What would you like to see?
Well, best case scenario is that we have a good, robust dialogue on the pros and cons of these bills, and vote on them on the merits of the bill. And not get sidetracked with the fight between the governor and I on one bill. We agree on a lot of things, that we don't have a frequency problem with with a number of auto accidents. We don't have a problem with the cost to repair vehicles. We do have a litigation problem. We do have a bodily injury frequency problem. The governor and I agree on all four of those points and many other points.
But what role does the insurance company have to play? Are there things they can do to help reduce rates? Perhaps it's negating credit report criteria and rate setting. I just want to hear your thoughts on the role they have to play.
Yeah, most states allow, I think there are less than 5, do not allow credit score as part of rate making. I know we have a poor state, but I think one of the things that we need to do is allow the consumer to know how the credit score is being used, either for them or against them. And if it's against them, let them have the opportunity to review the data and make corrections if it's incorrect. But if it's correct, I think we need to take that into consideration as well. But the data I've seen, if you have good credit right now in our state and we disallow that, I would think that you could expect your insurance to go up. I've got a bill that I'm supporting this year that would actually lower the premium tax on our auto insurance from 3% to 2%. In Louisiana, I think we're the second highest in the country on premium tax. We tax insurance policies, you and I, more in Louisiana than almost everywhere else in America. Let's reduce that. Or if we don't want to reduce it, let's make sure those premium dollars those tax dollars collected go to help mitigate future claims. So, again, transparency, both on where the money goes when an insurance company takes it in, and then where the money goes when they pay a claim out.
Right. Well, thank you so much, State Insurance Commissioner Tim Temple, for stopping by. We will, of course, invite you back in at the end of the legislative session to discuss what actually came out of it and will make its way into law. So thank you for all that you do and for joining us to keep the public informed.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here today.
We reached out to Governor Jeff Landry's office for a response to Commissioner Tim Temple's comments, but as of the time of our taping, we have not heard back.